your God. They see it as God. You see that? In somebody else's land. And you are to tell me these are not the wicked people? And you are to tell me that these are not the most vile nation on the face of the earth? Let me read it to you again. I'm going to read it slowly. He said, however, they resolutely refused to answer questions about U.S. President Donald Trump statement that the troops were there to take the oil. And Defense Secretary Esper, that's the name of the former one, okay, acknowledgement last week that the U.S. mission includes, this is the mission in Syria, somebody's land, other people's house. Meanwhile, here in America, they got something they call trespassing. They got a law they call trespassing. Private property, do not dare, don't beware, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, guess what? They take hold, they seize the oil of the people, the poor Syrian. Let's read it. Denying access, preventing Russian or Syrian forces from laying claim to the oil, including through the use of overwhelming force. There we go. There we go. Okay? Okay? He said, William D. Byrne, Jr., the Vice Director for the Joint Chief of Staff, robotically repeated that the U.S. operation in Syria remained in change. There we go. They say it's not going to change from what they have been since 2016. Okay? Is that your country? No. Leave them alone. Let them do whatever they need to. That's their land. The Syrians don't come over here to protect any oil. That the Syrian government, Bashar al-Assad, does he send Syrian military forces to the US, DC, or to Texas to go protect oil reserve thing? Like, no. So why are you doing? Why are you doing it? Oh, they're quick to say that, well, you're spreading misinformation. Is this misinformation right now? Is this misinformation? Just answer yeah or nay. Let's bring another article, right? So we can show you that Esau does what he does because he's the wicked. He's the wicked. You got to fight all over the place. You got to fight all over the place. Let's go right here. Let's read this. Let's get this right here. This was 9 hours ago. 9 hours ago. From what? Dutch Welle, right? DW, right? Dutch Welle is a German, I'll say TV, or, you name it. It's a Russia threatened Lithuania over Kaliningrad blockade. I saw this article yesterday. In the Russian, they are not bluffing. A dispute between Russia and Lithuania is escalating after the Baltic state blocked the rail transit of sanctioned goods to be Russian enclave of Kaliningrad. Lithuania say is following EU guideline, right? That's what they say. They say we just following EU. The European Union told us to do this thing. America and the European Union told us to do this thing, and we just following their order. They're just drinking the wine of America. Who? Lithuania. Lithuania. He said now Moscow is threatening serious consequences. Who is threatening them? And they are not bluffing. So guess what? Your gas price is going to go up more, buddy. It's going to go up more. Okay. Okay. Things going to get worse. All right. Let me see if I can play. All right. It's not playing. All right. So this is what I'm going to do. Let me go back. I'm going to pull up another article that deals with the same thing. Okay. The United States of America is backing Lithuania. They already tell Lithuania, we are with you. Don't worry, baby. We're going to send you weapons. We're going to send you the taxpayer of the American people. We're going to do all type of things. Don't worry. We're going to protect you. Right? Don't worry. You'll be fine. Okay. Let's see right here. The Guardian. Let me see if this is going to... There we go. From the Guardian, it says, Russia will respond. Moscow wants Lithuania over goods blockade. All right? Okay, let's see if it's going to play. For some reason, I think my phone got a little bit of water in it, so, you know. So this is a Russian guy, man. He said the West cannot be trusted. I'm telling you. The West cannot be trusted. Anyway, the Mosai said don't trust in no man. And most of them, they are not showing me, they don't want me to read the article or what? Let me click on this again. Yeah. I can't even read the article, right? It's just the title. But primarily I can't read it. Let me get another one. There we go. Because this is the USA is poking the bear. The United States of America is poking the bear. Joe Biden. Your ice cream eater Joe Biden is poking the bear, which is going to turn around and snatch him with the wall, with the nail. The Russian bear, they wear big pants, man. And it's the Mosai moving the spirit upon Vladimir Putin. Don't be mad at Putin. God's literally moving the spirit on Putin. All right? Let's read it. This go hand in hand. This is our point. Let me read you this article. It's from CNBC.com. This is your mainstream media, all right? All right, let's read what he say. He say, Moscow and NATO could be about. You see, they know they're telling you. So they're letting you know that your gas price will be going up more. He say, Moscow and NATO could be about to clash over Russia, European enclave, Kaliningrad. Let's read the article quick. A new front in tension between Russia and NATO has opened up after, you see that? After one of the Western military alliance member, Lithuania, because Lithuania is part of the NATO. And so we don't know, right? I don't think Russia is going to strike them because they have not said it. They said they're going to take, right, the measure in their own hand. That's what the Russians said yesterday. The first measure of the Russian, they said, listen, we're going to take the matter in our own hand. That's the word of the Russian. He said, okay. And you're going to feel it. He said, the people of Lithuania, they're going to feel the consequences. Now, I believe the Russia might be setting up some foundation, some groundwork where they'll be able to sanction them with truth. I mean, you know, the Russian, they don't do things just to do things. They take time. They don't rush to do things. Right? They take time to do their thing. All right? They already prepared before this operation that they're doing in Ukraine. They already prepared. They already know the consequence. What's going to follow up. They already know. So, you got to keep in mind that the Russian, they might put some severe sanction. Now, does it mean, do I work for the Russian government? I don't. I work for the Mosai. I work for the Mosai and for my nation, the so-called Black, Latino, and Native Indian. I don't work for the Russian. I don't get paid by any Russian. No. So, having said that, the Russian, they can attack them. Now, this is what's going to happen. Expect this, brother and sister. If Russia, for example, decide to attack, to strike Lithuania for violating the agreement that they have, guess what? The USA is going to jump in. And that's all the United States of America is waiting for. They're waiting for Russia to respond to their provocation. Because they've been provoking Russia in all front. All front, they're provoking the Russian. So that the Russian can just go off. But the Russian, they're taking the time. The both side moving the spirit on the Russian and they're taking the time. Okay? So things are going to get really, really nasty out here soon, man. Things going to get really, really bad. Because if Russia happen to attack them, which I don't think Russia will do it, but they can do it. Like I say, I don't work for them. I don't know. These are my vain opinion, all right? These are my vain opinion. So if Russia happen to attack Lithuania, the USA will jump in, the NATO overall, and they're going to strike Russia with all kind of things. And once they do that, you already know, because before they do that, they're going to implement what Article 5. Article 5 of the NATO, I'll say, organization. Article 5 stated that what? Anytime any member of the NATO alliances is threatened or attacked, all the NATO members, they have the right to respond. They're going to get involved too. So they're going to bring up they're going to activate Article 5, NATO Act Article 5. And boom. And you're going to see the US jump full force, full strength of war against Russia, Germany, France, Poland, and the list goes on and on and on. How would that end? Hey, it will be very bad. It will be very bad. All right? It's a new front intention between Russia and NATO has opened up after one of the Western military alliance members, Lithuania, banned the transit of some goods coming from Russia to its enclave Kaliningrad on the Baltic Sea. Russia has vowed to retaliate over what it described as the hostile action. That's how Russia call it. Hostile action of Lithuania. Warning of serious consequences. Guess what? The NATO is already ready. They're getting everything ready to strike Russia in case Russia decide to attack or to go on Lithuania. They already got everything ready. It's a warning of serious consequences while NATO members have reiterated their support for the country. I told you. Here is a brief guide to what's going on and why it matters as the Russian-Ukraine war conflict rumbles on in the background. Okay? It said Lithuania said last week that it would ban the transit of some EU sanctioned goods coming from Russia across its territory to the Russian enclave of Kaliningrad. The government said the blockade would apply to all EU sanctioned goods coming from the mainland via rail, effectively blocking the transit of metal, coal, construction materials, and high technology products to the Russian sea port. So they're doing this just to crush the Russian economy. That's the whole idea. That's the end game. Lithuania said that its decision was taken after consultation with the European Commission, the EU's executive arm, and that is enforcing sanctions on Russia that were imposed following the unprovoked invasion of Ukraine on February 24th. I won't read the whole article. So you want to know more about it, you go there and you read it on your own. Let me bring another article outside. Bring another. It's so much information. Okay, so much news. So much information. Let's go right here. Okay. This is the work of the devil. The devil is ruling the earth. It says Syria, Israel, Damascus, airport strike, paralyzes travel, and heralds new phase of conflict. This is creating new phase of conflict because the USA has ordered the Israeli to bomb the Syrian, so just to piss the Russian off. So the Russian, they can go off, so they can attack them. All right, let's read a little bit of this article. Right, the airport of other country destroying it. Okay, let's read it. Shortly after dawn on June 10, right? This just happened on June 10, right? Damascus International Airport was bombarded, right, by Israeli missile. You see that? Bombarded with bomb, leaving